Okay, something a little bit more fun today. Well, actually, I guess that would be implying that the rest of my videos aren't fun, which I guess they're not. Today we're going to be looking at the 10 most earned platinum trophies according to PSN profiles. That's the easiest way to get data on trophies if you're a trophy hunter or if you're trying to extrapolate what the easiest earned or the most earned platinum trophies are. The really interesting thing about all 10 of these games is there are no breakthrough games, no red leaker junk games on here. These are all actually really high quality games, and most of them, if not all of them, are AAA style games. I'm sure a lot of you guys can guess probably what number one is at this point. It's probably not going to be super shocking to you guys, but wait till the end and find out what it is. Don't be like George and skip ahead. No one likes that guy, and I can see it in my analytics. Stop doing that. Now, obviously, PSN profiles doesn't include every single trophy hunter or gamer in the world, so it is going to be somewhat inaccurate in terms of giving us the most up-to-date 100% data, but unfortunately, Sony holds that and we don't have access to it. What I can assume, though, is that if someone is earning a platinum trophy, they're probably on PSN profiles, and given the most earned platinum trophy on this list, the most earned platinum trophy of all time has been earned by over 270,000 people, you can probably assume that this list is pretty accurate, obviously just extrapolated over a much higher level. Okay, let's start off at number 10. Number 10 kind of surprised me because it's not even a PS4 game, it's a PS3 game, and that is Uncharted 2 with over 144,000 owners. And like I said again, given the number of PS3s that were in the wild, this number is probably higher to sort of 200,000, 300,000 total platinum achievers if you extrapolate that out over the entire audience, but the purpose of this video, we're going to be just looking at 144,000 people making this platinum trophy a rare, which is interesting because it means that of the number of people that started this game, only 144,000 saw it through the very end, which gives it that score. And it's obviously only rarer now because this trophy, or this platinum specifically, Uncharted 2, is unattainable given the servers have been shut off and there are online trophies associated with it. That one kind of surprised me. I didn't expect that to be on the list of most earned platinum trophies. The Walking Dead is number 9 on this list, and that doesn't shock me completely. This, I think, was a lot of people's first ever platinum trophy because it was a gimme platinum. This again is the PlayStation 3 version, which is important to qualify because back in the PS3 days, easy platinums didn't come the same way they do now. This was considered an easy platinum because all you did is play the game and you would earn the platinum trophy. Easy platinum. But it still took like 8 or 9 hours to finish. This is a great game, a highly narrative-driven adventure game made by Telltale when Telltale were just starting to break out and do something cool. Also when The Walking Dead was at its height, and like, I'm thinking 2011, I think, when this came out. It was a really, really solid experience, a super solid game, and it makes sense that this is so high on the list in terms of most earned platinum trophy. The completion on this one is crazy high as well, at 48%, meaning that almost half of the people that started this finished it. And I know it's a gimme, like you play the game and you get it, but it means that people didn't play through the entirety of the story. Maybe they got sick of it or something like that, even if they are trophy hunters, which is, it's an interesting stat, I think. Okay, number 8 is Telltale's Batman on the PlayStation 4. This is our first PlayStation 4 game on this list as well. This one has 157,000 platinum achievers at a 60% completion. Same situation as The Walking Dead here. This is another Telltale game with basically gimme trophies, so it's not completely shocking. However, these are the only 2 Telltale games that have made this list, which means that the Batman Telltale game appears to be the most popular out of all of their games, at least in terms of people who have completed them and earned the platinum trophy. This is probably because it was free on PlayStation Plus and because it's part of a massive IP, Batman, bringing it into the number 8 slot. Okay, number 7, one of my favorite games of all time is Bloodborne, which really does surprise me because Bloodborne is not necessarily an easy platinum, but it is the 7th most earned platinum trophy, which is pretty crazy actually. 168,000 people have platinumed Bloodborne on PSN profiles, which is so wild. This is in contrast though to almost 1 million game owners, which means that the ratio of people who have actually finished it is not particularly good. A lot of people have started this game and obviously haven't gone through and finished the platinum trophy, but it's great to see a game like this on the list. When you see something like this, it really gives me faith in the trophy hunting community. It means that it hasn't just become those easy cash grab platinums. It hasn't just become the red leakers of the world. There are a lot of people still going out there and playing games for fun and earning the platinum trophies in them as well. Bloodborne is a fantastic platinum. It is tough, it is hard, it is a good challenge, but if you want a good challenging platinum trophy, that's not going to be impossibly difficult and it's not going to be crazy easy. I think this is a great middle ground one to get, especially if you're into fantasy, if you're into RPG style games. Great game to go and check out here. Next up at 171 1,000 Platinum Achievers is Assassin's Creed 2 on the PlayStation 3. And believe it or not, this was my first ever Platinum trophy. Crazy, right? So I make up that statistic as well. It's got like a 23% completion rate, so not a lot of people have finished it, but it is actually a very straightforward and easy Platinum. You go through the entire game and you kind of just hit the 100% and do everything. It was the first of those Ubisoft massive collectathon style games, and it kind of paved the way for what Ubisoft is today, even though it might be big and bloated. Again, I think this is a really good beginner's Platinum trophy, not only because it was my first Platinum trophy, and arguably I would say got me into trophy hunting. It's just a straightforward, and it's a good game. Probably my favorite Assassin's Creed game still today, even over 10 years later. Okay, we are coming into the top 5, and we started the top 5 with God of War, 2018's God of War, obviously for the PlayStation 4, with over 190,000 Platinum Achievers on this game, which is wild. I included God of War in my easiest or best Platinum trophies that beginner trophy hunters can earn video a couple of months back, and a lot of people criticized that and said the Valkyries are too hard, it's too difficult, but clearly, it's not, because a lot of people have earned this one, the 5th most earned Platinum trophy of all time. I think if you put the difficulty up anything above normal, it does get very challenging, and it can be a challenging game. If you play the whole game on easy, it's actually very, very simple to just breeze through the game and do everything. It's kind of one of those things where you have to just do a bunch of missed tasks, a bunch of side stuff, as well as the main story content, and then the post-game content. It's not a very difficult Platinum trophy, and it's absolute superb game, so it's really, really great to see this rounding out the top 5 on this list. Okay, number 4, and this one only beat God of War by about 1,000 people. So this is Rocket League on the PlayStation 4, which has 191,000 Platinum Achievers. So it only barely crept in there. I think Rocket League is a bit of a phenomenon on the PlayStation 4. Obviously it's old, so it's been around for a long time. Lots of people have had the chance to pick it up and play it and Platinum it. And the trophies for this game are pretty good as well. They're mostly cumulative based trophies for just playing through the whole game. I think because it's such a mainstream title, that's why it fits into this. Not only that, but it also became free to play in 2020, which I think probably got even more people back into playing it to finish it off and earn the Platinum trophy in it as well. So I think this one makes sense to be on this list. The percentage on this one is the lowest. This one has the lowest rarity percentage though at 19%, which means that a lot of people have played this game and not a lot of people have platinumed it. Top 3 territory now, guys. What do we think it's gonna be? Well, number 3 on the list is infamous Second Son, which kind of surprised me at first. This is the first game to crack over 200,000, so it's actually at 212,000 Platinum Achievers. Infamous Second Son, I think makes sense for a couple of reasons, and it doesn't for a few other reasons. I guess it was a launch title or a launch window title coming out, I think 3 months or 4 months after the PS4 launch, which means a lot of people have had a chance to play this game. Trophy difficulty wise, it's not very hard either. You play through the game on each of the difficulty modes, and you have to play through the game twice, once being a good guy and once being a bad guy. And basically everything else is kind of like misc, easy-ish stuff to pick up. Given it was a launch PS4 game, it doesn't have that massive bloated world that most PS4 games or PS5 games have today. It fits probably more in line with what the PS3's capabilities were, I would say. It's more compacted and a little bit more manageable in terms of not only like the world size and the stuff in the world, but also just the trophies as well. And it's a Sony first-party game, which means it's a solid experience. But I think given it's just had so much time on the market, that's probably what's pushed it up to this point. It is interesting that less PS3 games are on this list, only the couple that we talked about at the very beginning, and I think that's probably because trophy hunting became just more prevalent on the PlayStation 4 perhaps. Anyway, enough of that. Let's look at the top 2 now. Number 2 on this list is Horizon Zero Dawn. With 232,000 achievers, it's a pretty massive jump up from infamous Second Son, with a 30% completion as well. So it's actually a really, really high completion percentage on this. Again, it's a game from Sony that has basically no missable trophies. I think there's one at the very end of the game, but you can revert your save back and things like that. So kind of makes sense from my perspective that these Sony games with no missable trophies, you can play through it any way you want and earn the Platinum trophy in it. You know, God of War's the same in that boat. They would be, you know, the juggernauts of the Platinum world. Plus, it's a solid game. You know, this was a 9 out of 10 game when it got reviewed, when it originally came out back in 2017. What do we think number 1's gonna be? I think most people can probably guess at this point. If you have guessed, let me know in the comments down below. But number 1 is Marvel's Spider-Man. I talk about Marvel's Spider-Man as being the best game for beginner trophy hunters, period. It's a really, really solid AAA experience. It's really mainstream with Spider-Man being the protagonist of the game. Combat style is easy to get your head around, the city is easy to navigate, and there are no missable trophies. It is the perfect trophy hunter's game, I think. It's the perfect beginner's Platinum game. And I think if you're trying to get into trophy hunting, this is hands down the game I would recommend for you to go and earn the Platinum in. See if you enjoy it, and if you do, maybe work your way backwards down this list, because I think that probably indicates that the Platinums are not too difficult, they're enjoyable, incredible, and most people have gone for them. SpiderMan absolutely demolishes the competition at 270,000 platinum achievers, which is crazy. It's almost on that 300,000 mark, and it probably will get to that point at some point. The part of it that I think is the most amazing though is that it actually has a 45% trophy completion percentage, which means that people earned up to almost half of the trophies in this game on average, and there are millions of players who have played this game. So I think SpiderMan, beyond all else, being obviously a mainstream property and just a great game with a good trophy list, kind of ticks all the boxes from me. It's probably not a surprise. I talk about this game a lot on this channel. Let me know if there are any surprises for you guys in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your opinions and thoughts on this entire list of games. And if you want to see a part 2 to this list where maybe we look at the next, like the top 20 to 10, we can do that as well. But if you want to see that, you've got to leave a like on this video and leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Another month, which means another Patreon video for all of you beautiful people out there. Thank you so much to all my Patreons and YouTube channel members over here on the right-hand side for helping to support the channel and keep the lights on. Without Patreon members, this is what it looks like. This is how it is without the lights on. You don't want that. Don't let that happen. Thanks to all the names over here on the right-hand side for helping to support the channel. If you too want to become a Patreon or a channel member, the link's in the description down below. Channel members get a bunch of cool icons next to their name. They get special emotes to use in the chat, and they get my undying gratitude, just like each and every one of you Patreons. Thank you so much. Goodbye.